morning and welcome to today's HR Myth. Today we're going to look at the issue of independent contractors and the myth that if somebody is invoicing you for their services and they have an ABN, that they are automatically considered or can be considered an independent contractor, not an employee of your business. Unfortunately, again, that's not necessarily the case. The issue of independent contractor versus employee is a quite complex and challenging one, and it's something that you should absolutely seek advice on before you make the call on whether to call a person an independent contractor or an employee within your business. There are a number of tests that will determine whether the person is in fact a contractor or an employee, and courts ordinarily will look at the totality of the relationship that you have with that person or that business in making that determination. So let's think about some of the considerations that the court might look at in that total relationship. One of those is, of course, the manner in which the person is paid, whether it is by invoice or through a payroll. Clearly, independent contractors should be paid by invoice. Other things, though, that will determine the level of interaction with the business and whether or not the person is a contractor are things like the hours of work of the person, the level of control that the business has over the way in which the work is performed, the provision of things like tools and equipment, whether the person provides them themselves or the business provides them to the person, the level of risk that is adopted and whether that risk sits with the contractor or with the business as a whole, coverage for things like superannuation and insurances and taxation, and the responsibilities for those sitting with the contractor, not with the person as an employee. And another consideration is whether or not that person can in fact work for other businesses as well as for yours, or if the requirement is that the relationship is exclusive. So there is a lot for you to consider before determining if somebody is an independent contractor or if they are an employee. We can, of course, provide you with assistance on that, and we can help you to navigate those questions about the totality of the relationship. You can also get guidance from the ATO. They do have some quite detailed information on independent contractors versus employees. So, myth busted again. Just because a person has an ABN and invoices you for their services does not necessarily mean that the relationship is one of contractor versus employee. So please do seek our support and advice before you make those decisions. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.